with you about a man called Joe, who was a farmer. His life was transformed after he met Tia's group. So Joe is from the central region of Ghana. He's married with 3 children, and he was determined to give his children that best education that he never had, because he had very difficult circumstances when he was growing. And if we have some parents here, I'm sure that you want the same for your children. Joe had no formal education. Farming was all he knew because his parents were farmers. And so he was very hardworking. He produced tomatoes, vegetables, and a little cassava so that he could have his favorite food, fufu and palm nut soup with some snails. And sometimes he would have gari soakings, and he was in a very good mood. I mean, what else was cassava for? That is all Joe knew cassava to be used for. And so there was a problem. Unfortunately, despite all Joe's hard work, he wasn't making a lot of money from farming. He was struggling. Whenever it was time to harvest, he had very few hands to help. He barely had enough capital to cultivate to his maximum potential. And finally, when the goods were ready, the truck that came to the village once a week to transport the food to the market sometimes did not have space for his products. So he had to watch some of them go wasted. And finally at the market, when the products were sold, some perished. He couldn't sell everything, and the money that came was very little. So Joe was really struggling. I mean, he wondered, was life always going to be like that? Was farming even worth it at all? Should he stop? Or how was he going to provide that education that he wanted to give his children? But one day, a life-changing opportunity came Joe's way at a conference just like this. And Joe came into contact with Tia's group and immediately showed interest in the project. So Joe now knows the value for agriculture. He knows what cassava can be used for. A company that provides you with access to the financing, a company that helps you with technology, a company that gives you ready markets for everything that you produce was a dream come true for Joe. So when he met us, he definitely had to be part. And today, Joe's life is being transformed. I think Tias deserves a round of applause. Now, there are many people in Ghana today like Joe who are struggling with a lot of challenges in the agric sector. They do not have access to enough capital to start anything meaningful, and they are cutlass and whole way breaking their backs to produce raw products for local consumption, which earns very little money. We do not have the technology to produce very efficiently, and we are struggling. And finally, when we produce, we are not assured of a ready market. We only pray that somebody will buy them, but with no assurance of a ready market. So ladies and gentlemen, this morning, I'm very delighted to present to you a full chain solution to all the challenges I just mentioned. Tias has come all the way to Ghana, and this morning we've come all the way to the Ashanti region to propagate the gospel of value addition. So what do I mean by value addition? I'm simply saying that instead of selling your bag of cassava for 200 or for 300 cedis, you could process this same cassava into starch and sell 1 ton for about $485, which is about 3,000 Ghana cedis. Or you can process this cassava into ethanol, which sells for about $500 to $1,000 per ton, and that is almost 6,000 Ghana cedis. This is what I mean by value addition. So Tias is currently rolling out a special project. Everybody seated here today has the opportunity to be a part of this project and to own a cassava processing factory. So we have in mind all the challenges that we face to do this. And so Tias is going to provide the financing to help you for the project from local and international sources. So currently, as our Stanbic Bank representative said, we have a partnership to provide financial support to anybody who wants to be part of the project. Stanbic Bank is going to invest not 10%, not 20%, but 70 to 80% of the total funding needed for the project. I think Stanbic deserves a round of applause too. So now, with the financing issue solved, let's move to the issue of technology. 𝐬𝐻 is going to provide all the technology that you need to set up a factory. So including the main equipment costs, including the installation, including the water treatment system, the warehouses, everything needed to set up a factory is going to be provided by 𝐬𝐻, the full technology. And after this, we are going to give you capable technical men who are going to help you man your factory. So these people are going to be there every day to make sure that everything is working properly. We are going to train some Ghanaians to operate the machines. We are going to supply spare parts here in Ghana. So you do not have to wait several months when a part of the factory is not working. So technology is solved, but not just for cassava. We could help you with the technology for tomato, rubber, corn, and other things. And still on this cassava project, and the best part of this project is that after processing at your factory, 𝐬𝐻 Group has the ready market and can sell everything that you produce for you. Yes. Every single thing you produce at the starch factory is going to be sold by 𝐬𝐻. So currently we can uptake about 600,000 metric tons of cassava starch every year. And we can also do uptake for ethanol. And in the near future, we are looking at other products like high quality cassava flour, gari, and other products. So I'm sure some of us now may be wondering, why cassava? Why are we talking about cassava so much? So did you know that the cassava industry in China alone is worth about $30 billion? China alone imports about 3 million tons of starch every single year. And this figure is escalating year on year. So the starch is needed for many industries like the paper, the cosmetics, the pharmaceutical and textile industries, and many more. So we have more than 2,000 industries that need starch for processing. And so the demand in China is very, very high, but the supply is low. So it is time for Ghana to take advantage of this market. It is time for Ghana to be a part of a value chain where everything we produce is going somewhere. It is time for Ghana to add wealth to agricultural industry. We know the government is doing a lot. A lot of policies have been put in place, a lot of initiatives like the 1D1F, the Planting for Food and Job initiatives to promote industrialization. But you and I also have a role to play. We have a role to play to promote agricultural industrialization and to generate wealth for our country. So as I'm coming to an end, I would like to say that the future of our country, the future of our children, of our grandchildren, they all lie in the decisions we make today. So today we have to make the most of what we have. We have agriculture, so let's add value to it. The table has been set, and all you need to do today is partner with us. So what are you waiting for? My name is Irene, and I'm more than willing to help you become a part of this project. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of the conference.